let this be.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day, and especially on game day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank everyone for chopping it up with your man, Captain Will, after a Gamecocks victory, of course. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Follow me wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. The game is over. We won 77-45. Gamecocks are still undefeated. 43 straight victories. Beat down and sued against the Clemson Tigers. And it's time, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time that you all been waiting for. This is the time that we've been waiting for to after a victory. It's time to celebrate. It's time to enjoy. It's time to do only what we do as family of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. So, family, old ones and new ones, it's time for shot o'clock. It is shot o'clock time right now. So get your drink of choice. And today it's a little gin that Captain Will will be serving up today. Don't matter what it is. It could be anything. Some orange juice, some ginger ale, some Gatorade, some sweet tea. Regardless of the fact, it's shot o'clock, y'all. Cheers. Woo! Well, Gamecocks won yet again. And let's say this right here. This all was not ice cream and rainbows. This all was not cheeseburgers and fries. This all wasn't, this was, I ain't gonna say it was a tough victory because it was not a tough victory. I ain't gonna sit here and lie on that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to your face, okay? But I will say this right here. That first quarter, we couldn't hit nothing. I mean, nothing. This is basketball. So you're gonna have the games where you just can't shoot. And that first quarter, we couldn't hit nothing. The rim was closed, at least for us. It was horrific. And it wasn't like Clemson was just playing some stellar defense. They played all right, but we couldn't hit no shots in the first quarter. Dawn tried this, she tried that. They couldn't do nothing. None. Was I worried about winning? Hell no. That was never going to happen. Never going to worry about that. Was I worried about covering the spread? I was a little bit because you know who I am. I'm Captain Will. So if you have been rocking me for a long time, you know how I roll. But eventually, South Carolina righted the ship and did what Carolina does and won by 32 points. Just keep it real. Okay. Our defense was disruptive, to say the least, against Clemson. Clemson came in on a 3-0 record. Because this is what irritates the crap out of me. You got these teams that are having these records. And it really irritates me when they put it on the screen, when they show such and such player is averaging such and such amount of points and rebounds and assists and all those good things, but they ain't played nobody. I mean, like, they literally have played nobody. The opponents have been so whack, and they're showing the crazy stats that this player has, right? And then you have a team like Clemson, who I don't know how they do business in Clemson in terms of, like, first of all, general admission at a Division I ACC school is horrible. This is not Marlboro County High School. This ain't Southview High School. This is D1 basketball. But I did see some previous games that Clemson played women's basketball, and about 300 people there. So I could see why you would have general admission, because nobody goes to the games anyway. But you have the defending national champions coming into your area. The three-time national champs. And we got general admission. You got the student body, whatever that was, the pep squad standing up like they Duke or somebody the whole game. $20 to get in? Stop. Come on now. First quarter, Gamecocks played terrible. Second quarter, Gamecocks started playing better. Gamecocks proceeded to go on a 17-0 run in the second quarter to go into the half 29-17. Yeah, I said that right. 29-17. Clemson scored 17 points in the first half. If we would have got off to a better start, and I'm tired of saying that, if we got to a better start, damn it, I'm tired of this of constantly saying that we got to get off to a better start. I'm tired of saying it. We got to get to a better start. That is what we have to do. We can't get off to this start that we had tonight against UCLA. If we got off to a start like this we had against Clemson, against UCLA, not only we're going to lose, but we're going to lose by a lot. I don't know what needs to happen for us to get off to a better start. Dawn is trying her hardest to get these lineups correctly and seeing who can play off of one another. I don't know what to say. But we only got to a good start off one game out of 5. One game. I know Dawn says she's going to stick with the starting lineup and because, you know, but damn. I don't know what's up. I really don't. We rely on talent because we're the most talented basketball team in the country. Bar none, we're still the most talented basketball team in the country, but we got to play 4 quarters of talented basketball. And you look at the score, you're like, okay, Carolina did what Carolina does. Won by 32 points and limited Clemson to 45 points. Yeah, I got it. But these teams getting hope. They're getting hope. I don't want to give them no hope. You get no hope when playing against the University of South Carolina. But these first quarters have been treacherous for us. 4 out of 5 times. For the half, we ended up 9 for 24, shooting 38%, 1 for 4, shooting 3. We had 20 rebounds. Of those 20 rebounds, 9 of them were offensive rebounds, and I always like the rebound the edge against any basketball team. But we only had 2 turnovers. So that's really good. We took care of the ball very well. Clemson supposedly had a really good defense. Well, that didn't happen. We just didn't shoot the ball well again in the first quarter. And then the first half, we go through the stats. Watkins had 11 minutes, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots. In the first half, she played solid basketball. Okay. Tessa Johnson, 8 minutes, 3 points, 2 blocks. Fulwiley, 10 minutes, 4 points, wasn't shooting the ball well at all throughout the basketball game. Chloe had 15 minutes, 4.7 rebounds, 4 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds. Chloe is a straight up monster on the boards this year. It is something to watch her snatching these rebounds now. She is probably the best offensive rebounder in the SEC. Chloe Kitts. Angry Chloe. Can't say mad Kiki no more. So I'm saying angry Chloe. Raven had 10 minutes, 0 points, 2 rebounds. Powell had 15 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. I don't know what happened, but it was like Powell said, okay, so first of all, Powell is a baller. You got a whole lot of folks out there who are ballers, but when you talk about, I'm going to talk about real ballers. So Powell saw that we were struggling offensively. She said, you know what? Give me the damn ball and get away from me. And she took over. She did. Pow is our best basketball player on this team. Pow is the best basketball player in the SEC. Yes, I said it. She is the best basketball player in the SEC. I know there's some Madison Bookers. I know there's some, Anissa Morrows. There's some Flau'jae Johnson. There's some, other great basketball players. All around, as a basketball player, Pow is the best basketball player in the SEC. Does she have the stats that some of these other players have right now? Does she have the stats that some of these players on LSU? Well, they ain't played nobody, first off, so they're going to accumulate all those crazy stats, and they don't have as much depth on the basketball team. Pow, with my eyes, is the best player in the SEC. South Carolina was great in the second half. Great in the second half. The second half of this basketball game, South Carolina shot 57%, 58% to be exact, and shot 50% from 3. 6 for 12. Okay. So you had a period of time where South Carolina went on a 30-0 run. I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm like, is this? I don't think I've ever seen a 30-0 run. 27-0 run, 30-0 run. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. And it happened easily, effortless, if you can have a type run like that. I think it was 30-0, and then one of the young ladies hit a 3. It was 30-3 run. That was spectacular basketball. It was, in my opinion, in this basketball game, you had the best of the world in the second half, towards the end of the second quarter, until a good portion of the first, a good portion of the third quarter. But in the first quarter, you had some horrific basketball in terms of the offensive end, not on the defensive end, because we was D'ing them up, but it just wasn't pretty, and we couldn't hit nothing. But that second half, we were doing some work. And of course, tomorrow we'll go more in depth of stats and things like that and break down things. But just quickly, defensively, Clemson has a couple of nice players who got some work. McQueen, really, I like McQueen, Lawyer McQueen. She's from South Carolina, went to Alabama. I think she went to Hartsfield High School. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And then now she's at Clemson, so she's back at the crib. But she was 4 for 15. 15 shots, got 15 points. She was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. But she was not effective shooting the basketball in this game in 35 minutes, and she had 5 turnovers. You have a lot of folks who don't talk about turnovers. Well, Clemson had 19 of them. 19 turnovers in this game. And McQueen had 5 of them. And she's their best player. Number 12, Moore, she's about 5'4". About 5'4". She was 3 for 12 in the field, 2 for 4 from three-point line. I think the announcers was hyping these young ladies up a little bit too much. Y'all know I'm a fan of Carolyn Peck. Carolyn Peck is, it's only a few folks at ESPN on the women's basketball side I like, and Carolyn Peck is definitely one of them. But I think they was hyping them up a little bit too much. I know they gotta, keep the people involved and everything. These are nice players, but I'm just keeping it real. The stats already are. She had 6 rebounds too. She had 2 turnovers. And Clemson as a team, they shot 26% from the field. There's no way that you're going to win a basketball game, especially against the number 1 team in the country, shooting 26% from the field. It's not going to happen. I don't know how many games Clemson going to win this basketball season. I think they'll be a solid team. I think they have a good coach. I think they play hard. And they will shock a couple of teams in the ACC this season, but there was no point in time I thought they would be close in this basketball game, even when we couldn't score at all. It just didn't feel that way. And in terms of our, they're rebounding. They had 30 rebounds. Of those 30 rebounds, 7 of those was offensive. I told you, you can really decide or figure out who won basketball games by looking at the offensive rebound and the turnovers. We had 54 rebounds. 54 rebounds. Of those 54 rebounds, we had 23 of them was offensive. I would say this also. We got some of these offensive rebounds because we missed too many layups down low. Okay. Our shooting percentage should have been higher, but right now, we missing the layup and then we get the rebound and we'll finish. Watkins had our first double-double. This was the first game where I actually felt like Watkins is rounding into shape. I'm talking about basketball shape. She is in shape, but I'm just basketball shape and getting her timing and things back. And it's the right time because we got LSU. We got UCLA coming up. We got Iowa State. We got some great basketball teams on the horizon. And tonight was a ACC squad, but having 11 points, 10 points, and 11 rebounds is really good. And then having 4 offensive rebounds is excellent as well. Couple block shots. Watkins is so important to this basketball team offensively, but most importantly, defensively. She's an anchor of our defense. Joyce Edwards played well today. 8 points, 6 rebounds. Of those 6 rebounds, 5 of them were offensive. Joyce is a player. And again, this was only 14 minutes. So you're going to see some stats of some of these freshmen putting up way better numbers because they're playing twice as amount of time. But Joyce Edwards is playing great basketball. She's limiting the turnovers again. This basketball game, Joyce had 0 turnovers. No, she had, I'm sorry, I'm telling the story. She had 2 turnovers. She had 2 turnovers in the basketball game. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 2 turnovers from Joyce Edwards. As long as she's not, getting, it's showing that game against North Carolina State was an anomaly and it wasn't, just her getting comfortable in basketball. This is a 5th game. Basketball as a whole tonight was good. We didn't play great. Don't let it fool you now. We didn't play great basketball. We played good basketball and beat an inferior team by 30-some points. Now it's UCLA week. We got that Clemson out of our system. Now it's time to train and prepare for UCLA on Sunday at 4:00 in the afternoon on FS1. Why is it on FS1? You talking about the number 1 team in UCLA, a top 5 team, and it's on FS1. I don't get that. It should be on. If it's gonna be anything, if it's on FS1, it should be on Fox. Just like if anything on ESPN, it should be on ABC. I don't get that. But we're gonna dive deep talking about UCLA every day and what they bring to the table. Because I'm tired of folks saying that we can't guard Lauren Betts because she's 6'7". I'm tired of that. But we're gonna talk about UCLA tomorrow. We're gonna tie a bow up on this victory over Clemson. Another beatdown. But it's time to get everything ready. It's time to tie your laces tight. It's time to get your mind right. Get on that plane. Go to LA. Business trip. Get focused. And bring home this victory. And continue this winning streak that we've been working on for quite a while. Gamecocks in the house. Gamecocks won again. Cheers to the Gamecocks on another victory. But we got bigger and better things lined up, and that's them UCLA Bruins. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock did this